and join me for the pledge. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Can I have a roll call of supervisors, please? Thank you. Supervisor Celebrity is excused. Moving on to citizens' comments. Any citizens wishing to speak, please step up to the podium, state your name and address for the record. You will have 5 minutes.
Only 5. Only 5. Mary Kubicki, 3617 22nd Avenue, Kenosha, Wisconsin. Good evening, Chairman Esposito and members of the County Board. It's very strange to be on this side of the podium tonight, looking out at all of you. It's a nice feeling. I'm here to support Resolution 56, appointing Reggie as the county clerk to fulfill the remainder of my term. I'm 100% in support of this resolution. I'm confident in her ability. If not, I would not have retired. And I know that she will continue to serve with professionalism and uphold the integrity of all of our elections going forward, especially now in 2020. The team we have in place with Sherry Stocker and Denise Ewing, hopefully a part-time person to help out. We have a great team in place that's going to continue to give the excellent customer service to the people of Kenosha County that they deserve and have been getting over all these years. So I just urge you to support the resolution. I hope it's in a unanimous decision to appoint Reggie as the next county clerk. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other citizens' comments? Any citizens wishing to speak? Seeing none, citizens' comments are closed. Announcements of the chair. I do not have any at this time, so I'll move right into supervisor reports. Any supervisor reports at this time? Supervisor Alverman, you have the floor.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I gave my full report at our last meeting, but one item that has come up that I have been discussing with everyone here and reporting on has been our investigation and our engineering on our Kemper Center property. What occurred 2 weekends ago, I'm sure you would have had to not been in the area to know the lakefront damage from Port Washington on down, basically, on this side of the lake. And we experienced substantial damage on the Kemper Center property. The before and after photos, which are available from our Parks Department, are quite enlightening, and it shows how being proactive will put us in a good position. We knew this was going to occur again. It occurred more than once this year, and being in a position that we will soon be in with a permit-ready project is going to show the foresight that our Parks Department, Mr. Arbit, and Public Works have had. So if you're interested, just take a walk out there on a nice calm day now. It's amazing what that storm did to everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, Supervisor Alverman. Supervisor Uhas, you have the floor.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman and members of the board. This past Saturday, the Pringle Nature Center Board of Directors held its annual meeting, and I'd like to give you a brief update on behalf of the Pringle Nature Center Board, since I do serve on that, representing Kenosha County. The K through second grade homeschool science program had 11 students attending the morning and afternoon sessions, and that was categorized as Animal Homes class. The students played a game matching native animals with their homes, going on an Animal Homes scavenger hunt, making observations of squirrels, and completing their monthly study focusing on forest habitat. The Webelos Into the Wild Badge program, held on December 7th, had 8 Webelos participating in this program, which focused on birds and other wetlands wildlife. The scouts learned about bird migration through a discussion of games, made flyaway maps, called for birds in the park, and discussed wetland ecology while on a hike. And on December 21st, there were 36 participants who attended the winter solstice night hike. This was a great night for a comfortable 35-minute hike, learning about winter solstice. Plus, the weather was unseasonably warm, which made this event much more enjoyable. The Pringle Nature Center Board continues to support First Fridays at the Kenosha Visitor Center by setting up a display and speaking with visitors about the Nature Center. We also held a volunteer appreciation dinner, which was attended by 17 volunteers and staff with dinner and socializing. Darlene Kavener and Lois Forrester were recognized with 2019 Volunteer of the Year awards. Upcoming programs, there's a nature hike that's going to be held on Saturday, February 1st from 10 to 11. And there is no fee for that, or no pre-registration is required. There's a great backyard bird count feeder building. This is a very well-attended event. That is going to be on Saturday, February 8th from 1 to 2:30. In preparation for the Great Backyard Bird Count being held on February 14th through the 17th, you will have an opportunity to make bird feeders and discuss local birds living in your backyard. All materials will be supplied. Friends of Pringle, there's a $9 fee, and for the general public, there is a $12 fee. Registration is required. And if you're looking for something to do on Valentine's Day, on Friday, February 14th from 6 to 8 p.m., there is a candlelit night hike out in Bristol Woods. You can enjoy the serenity of Bristol Woods on a romantic candlelit hike, followed by hot chocolate in the Nature Center. Friends of Pringle, that's a $4.50 fee, and for the public, it is $6. Pre-registration is required. The Pringle Nature Center Board is comprised of very dedicated, talented, and passionate group of members who believe in the mission of the Nature Center. Pringle Nature Center is a regional resource where people of all ages can experience nature, environmental education, conservation, and stewardship, and by doing so, be inspired to become responsible stewards of the environment. And we do this by putting people in touch with nature. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Supervisor Ross. Supervisor Nudo, you have the floor.
Thank you. The Legislative Committee at their meeting tonight, and we just went through the county board rules and code of ethics. And for next month, we changed our committee meeting for February 19 due to the election on the 18th.
Okay, thank you. Seeing no other supervisor reports, County Clerk.
County Executive appointments. Gary Preston to serve on the Kenosha County Commission on Aging and Disability Services.
Refer to Human Services.
Number 25, Ronald Frederick to serve on the Kenosha County Commission on Aging and Disability Services.
Refer to Human Services.
Nancy Kemp to serve on the Kenosha County Library System Board.
Refer to Finance Administration Committee.
Lieutenant Horace Staples to serve on the Kenosha County Local Emergency Planning Committee.
Refer to Judiciary and Law Committee.
Juan Torres to serve on the Kenosha County Commission on Aging and Disability Services.
Refer to Human Services Committee.
Rebecca Dutter to serve as the Director of the Kenosha County Division of Aging and Disability Services.
Refer to Human Services Committee.
New business ordinance, first reading to required. Ordinance 12 from the Finance and Administration Committee, an ordinance electing to allow under Section 75.353 Wisconsin statutes for post-redemption date repurchase of tax-deeded properties by a former owner. Rose, yes. Ron Frederick, yes. O'Day, yes. Gentz, yes. Wamble, yes. Kubicki, yes. And Poole, yes.
Okay, that's the first reading to a report.
Yeah. Resolution 56, one reading. From the Finance and Administration Committee, a resolution approving the appointment of Reggie Bachochin as Kenosha County Clerk.
Supervisor Rose, you have the floor.
Mr. Chairman, on behalf of the committee, I would move the resolution.
Thank you. I have a motion by Supervisor Rose and a second by Supervisor Kubicki. Supervisor Rose.
The resolution passed the committee unanimously. We all know her and believe that she would make a good choice for this position and urge your support of it.
Thank you. Seeing no discussion, all those in roll call. Been requested, yes if you're in favor of the appointment, no if you are not. Give us a second to get that up, please. Supervisor Caskey? Resolution passes unanimously. Good job.
All right, Reggie.
Resolution 57 from the Public Works, Facilities, and Finance and Administration Committees, a resolution to restore Fox River Bank along Highway W. Public Works, Supervisor Alverman, yes. Franco, yes. Gashke, yes. Belsky, yes. Nordigan, yes. Skalitsky, yes. Uhas, yes. From Finance, Supervisor Rose, yes. Ron Frederick, yes. Gentz, no. Kubicki, yes. O'Day, yes. Poole, yes. Wamble, yes.
Supervisor Alverman, you have the floor.
I move Resolution 57.
Thank you, Supervisor Alverman. I have a motion by Supervisor Alverman, a second by Supervisor Rose. I'm going to just make the board aware of, it has come to my attention that in this resolution, there's a, try not to butcher it, Shiverter's error. In the be it resolved portion, it says budget resolution, when it should say budget modification. This error was not noticed until today. I'd ask for unanimous consent that the Shiverter's error be corrected by striking the word resolution and replacing the word with modification. If there's not any objection, the word resolution will be replaced by the word modification. Seeing no objection, Supervisor Ullman, you can proceed.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. This is another item I've been reporting on for a few months now, since October. We have had some experience with much flooding, a lot of problems with the Fox River the last 3 years and before, but this has been extraordinary. As I reported, we had a breakthrough event on this section of Highway W. We have approximately 1,300 feet there that are in jeopardy, 90 feet that are in immediate jeopardy. We have, as I've been reporting, some long-term plans that we are studying. This repair would give us time to pursue those, according to our experts, possibly up to 5 years. But definitely we can, as stated in the resolution, work by 2021 to have a permanent solution there. This will open Highway W. We have talked to contractors that are in a convenient time for a couple of them. We had better prices than we anticipated. If everything goes as planned, if we pass this, we should be able to have that section of road, which is a real main conduit for Salem Lakes, Randall, Wheatland, and some big businesses, including Wilmot Mountain. We could have this open sometime in March. I would urge everyone's approval. Thank you.
Thank you, Supervisor Alverman. Any discussion in regard to this resolution? Seeing none, this is a roll call vote. Being a budget modification, yes if you're in favor of the resolution, no if you're not. Supervisor Boyd Frederick? Thank you. Resolution passed unanimously. Moving on.
Resolution 58 from Public Works and Facilities and Finance and Administration Committees, a resolution authorizing the Director of Parks to apply for grant funding from the Wisconsin Department of Natural Resources, which will be used for stream restoration work on the Pike River within Petrified Springs Park. From Public Works and Facilities, Elverman, yes. Franco, yes. Belsky, yes. Gashke, yes. Nordigan, yes. Skalitsky, yes. Uhas, yes. Finance, Rose, yes. Ron Frederick, yes. Gentz, yes. Kubicki, yes. O'Day, yes. Poole, yes. Wamble, yes.
Thank you. Supervisor Alverman, you have the floor.
I move Resolution 58.
Thank you. I have a motion by Supervisor Alverman, a second by Supervisor Rose. Supervisor Alverman.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. This is a second phase of the Pike River restoration in Petrifying Springs Park. We were reporting again last year on Phase 1, which has been completed. That was 3,100 linear feet. This one is just under 3,100 of the Pike River stream bank. We have a request to apply for a $50,000 grant. We would be obligated to provide 25% match, $12,500, and that is in the 2020 budget that we passed last fall. One of the requirements for applying for this grant is the DNR board, DNR requires a county board approval as a step to the grant process. So I would ask for your approval.
Thank you, Supervisor Alverman. Seeing no discussion, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Resolution passes.
59, from the Public Works and Facilities and Finance and Administration Committees, a resolution to authorize appropriation of park development funds for Parks Division capital projects. Public Works, Alverman, yes. Nordigan, yes. Franco, yes. Gashke, yes. Belsky, yes. Skalitsky, yes. And Uhas, yes. Finance, Rose, yes. Ron Frederick, yes. Gentz, yes. Kubicki, yes. O'Day, yes. Poole, yes. And Wamble, yes.
Thank you. Supervisor Alverman, you have the floor.
I would move Resolution 59.
Thank you. I have a motion by Supervisor Alverman, a second by Supervisor Rose. Supervisor Alverman.
Thank you. This ties somewhat into Resolution 58 and other projects that we will be doing this year and projects that will be coming in the future. As part of the American Transmission Company's Foxconn and other area-related work, Kenosha County has a environmental impact distribution of $1,301,830. We received that last year. The tie to that money is that it be used in environmental parks projects, kind of all-encompassing park-type projects. We have $340,000 of it in the budget for this year, and the balance in that fund would be $961,803. That would eliminate the need for bonding in the Phase 2 project along the Pike River, and the $340,000 that was put in the budget for 2020 did the same. So we are using appropriate funds, not bonding, and asking that that money be transferred into the parks appropriate account and be used for park distribution and capital projects. Thank you.
Thank you, Supervisor Alverman. Seeing no discussion, this is a budget modification. There'll be a roll call vote. Yes if you're in favor of the resolution, no if you're not. Resolution passes unanimously. County Clerk?
60, from the Public Works and Facilities and Finance and Administration Committees, a resolution 2020 International Migratory Bird Day Proclamation. Public Works, Alverman, yes. Franco, yes. Gashke, yes. Belsky, yes. Nordigan, yes. Skalitsky, yes. Uhas, yes. From Finance, Rose, yes. Ron Frederick, yes. Gentz, yes. Kubicki, yes. O'Day, yes. Poole, yes. Wamble, yes.
Supervisor Alverman, you have the floor.
I move Resolution 60.
Thank you. I have a motion by Supervisor Alverman, a second by Supervisor Rose. Supervisor Alverman.
Back when John Rudy was here, we applied and became sanctioned to be what they call a bird city. I know that doesn't make sense since we're a county, but we are a bird city. We realize, and it's a serious matter, that there is a lot of tourism that goes along with the migratory birds. Our parks, our lakefronts play a role in everything that they do, and it brings tourism, and it brings a quality of life to the area. So part of being a bird city is we are having a proclamation for International Migratory Bird Day proclamation, and that's what this is. It would be held in September 19th at Pringle Nature Center, and it supports the effort to protect, conserve migratory birds and their habitats. So I ask for your approval.
Thank you, Supervisor Alvarez. Seeing no discussion, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Resolution passes.
That's that.
61, from the Human Services Committee, a resolution to approve the appointment of Jennifer Freiheit as the Director of the Kenosha County Division of Health. Grady, yes. Berg, yes. Belsky, excused. Celebrity, yes. Mauer, yes. Nudo, yes. And Rodriguez, yes.
Thank you. Supervisor Grady, you have the floor.
Move resolution number 61.
Thank you. I have a motion by Supervisor Grady and a second by Supervisor Berg. Supervisor Grady.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. This came before us at our last meeting. It was passed unanimously. Ms. Freiheit is here in the assembly this evening, and we'd encourage your approval as well. Thank you.
Thank you. We have some discussion. Supervisor Rodriguez, you have the floor.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I want to bring to the attention of the county board some issues that we discussed while in committee. Supervisor Berg received an email linking to a Journal Sentinel article about Dr. Freiheit and her time with the city of Milwaukee and being appointed interim to Kenosha County here, pending our approval tonight. Digging into this a little bit more, I did reach out to the city of Milwaukee, and I did get some documents back from them. The first one I want to bring to your guys' attention is dated June 9th, 2019, and it reads in part, Dear Dr. Freiheit, the purpose of this correspondence is to formally document a series of concerns that I have about your performance. These concerns essentially were brought to my attention and or discovered while you were away from the office May 24th to May 31st. I initially shared some of these concerns with you informally your first day back in the office, Monday, June 3rd, and then formally with Carrie Mitchell, Human Resources Officer, on Tuesday, June 4th. It goes on to read or discuss several different things. Parts of it read, as HOA, you are responsible for budget development. It kind of goes on, this, that, the other. There was some concerns with the City of Milwaukee's Health Department budget. We did address this with Dr. Freiheit, and she did inform us, and this letter does state that there was no finance manager at the time. And so they were kind of trying to do this, all of them, by the sounds of it, who had never done it by themselves before, so it was something new to them. And so I acknowledge that. She did state that she was able to get, I believe, a retired budget director or something of the sort to kind of help them out at the last minute. It goes on to further read. It says, last week I discovered a significant amount of information was not being shared with me. I believe this has been detrimental to the success of MHD's revitalization and demand course of correction. There's 3 different points there. I think the one that stands out to me most is the third point, titled Staff Complaints. On May 24th, I met with 3 MHD employees which expressed great concern about you and your integrity. The staff complained about you lying about situations, but then facts revealed otherwise. Feeling intimidated by you and not comfortable discussing issues without retaliation from you, and even sending a screenshot of one of our texts to show that I made a decision and was, quote, passing the buck. The staff indicated that they lost respect in administration due to this, that you were unable or unwilling to be accountable for your actions, and that this is reminiscent of the old administration. It goes on with some moving forward plans, things like that. If my timeline is correct, it was shortly after this Dr. Freiheit resigned. I did vote for this in committee after discussing this with Dr. Freiheit and discussing it with our administration here, as well as John Jansen as well. They all seem to have a very good, favorable opinion of her. However, after sitting on this, and this is no attack on her integrity or her character, given these documents, speaking with some individuals from the Milwaukee County, or the City of Milwaukee's Health Department, I can't support this tonight. And so I will be voting to reflect that. We did discuss at committee as well. This is an at-will position. Should Mr. Jansen, excuse me, or administration, or, whichever, feel that Dr. Freiheit isn't the best fit for the county. They did indicate that while they don't think that will be the case, there are options for terminating the employment and finding somebody that's a better fit. So with that, like I said, I won't be voting against this tonight. I'll be abstaining from this tonight. I wish Dr. Freiheit all the best here at Kenosha County. I hope she's a great fit, but I've got my hesitations on the appointment as of now. That's all.
Thank you, Supervisor Rodriguez. Any other supervisors have any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
Roll call requested.
There's been a roll call requested. Vote yes if you're in favor of the resolution, and vote no if you're not. Give us a minute. Resolution passes.
62, a resolution from the Judiciary and Law Enforcement Committee, a resolution to approve the appointment of Kurt Gardner to serve as a member of the Local Emergency Planning Committee. Boyd Frederick, yes. Wamble, yes. Celebree, yes. Uhas, yes. Rodriguez, yes.
Supervisor Boyd Frederick, you have the floor.
Move Resolution 62.
Thank you. I have a motion by Supervisor Frederick and a second by Supervisor Wamble. Supervisor Frederick.
Yes, Mr. Gardner, this is a reappointment. It was approved unanimously by committee. Mr. Gardner has made 5 out of 6 meetings, and the committee and I ask you to move this forward. Thank you.
Thank you. Seeing no discussion, all those in favor say aye. Any opposed? Resolution passes.
Communications 32, communications from Andy M. Bueller regarding future items scheduled before the Planning, Development, and Extension Education Committee.
Refer to PDEC committee.
33, communications from Varna Bench, Budget Director regarding a resolution to accept and utilize Wisconsin Land Information Program granting funding for Kenosha County Land Records Modernization Project activities.
Refer to Finance Administration committee.
34, communications from Jennifer Freiheit regarding intergovernmental agreement for emergency health care.
Refer to Human Services.
Claims 17, William Baker, loss of property.
Refer to Corporation Council.
18, Jesse Brimley, vehicle damage.
Refer to Corporation Council.
The approval of the January 7th, 2020 minutes by Supervisor Nordigan.
Supervisor Nordigan, you have the floor.
Move approved minutes.
I have a motion by Supervisor Nordigan and a second by Supervisor Belsky. All those in favor say aye. Before we adjourn, I want to make everybody aware of the county board meeting in February. Will be on the 19th, Wednesday the 19th, due to the primary election on the 18th, okay? So our county board meeting will be Wednesday, February 19th, the second meeting in February, instead of Tuesday the 18th, okay? So I have a motion to adjourn?
Point of order, Mr. Chair.
Yes.
I did have my light on for number 17, the claim for loss of property. Can we
One second, Supervisor. I didn't see it, I apologize. Now you can speak.
Can the director for Brookside, can she report to Human Services on this claim?
I don't see why not.
Okay, that's all.
right,
Thank you.
Make sure, County Clerk, make sure we have that taken care of. Okay, you're okay, Supervisor Rodriguez, now?
Yep.
Okay. Now, can I have a motion to adjourn?
Second.
I have a motion by Supervisor Nudo, a second by Supervisor Rodriguez. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Thank you, we're adjourned.